I have another proportion example for you guys. So it is given that y is inversely proportional to the square of x and x is directly proportional to the square root of w. Find the percentage change in y when w is decreased by 75%, w is increased by 25%, and when w is doubled. By the definitions of direct and inverse proportion, we know that y must be equal to k over x squared and that x must be equal to L times the square root of w, where k and L are both constants. We know that we can substitute this equation into the first equation to get that y is equal to k over L squared times w. So for part A, what happens when w is decreased by 75%? Or in other words, what happens when w becomes a quarter of its value? Well, we can substitute our new value of w into the equation for y, and I'll just call our new value of y to be y1. That will be k over L squared times a quarter times w. That will be 4 times k over L squared times w. Notice that k over L squared times w is actually y itself, so that we have 4 times y. So our new value of y is actually 4 times the original. So that means that we can conclude that our value of y is increased by 300%. Now for part B, what happens when w is increased by 25%? Or in other words, what happens when w is 5/4 of its original value? Well, let's just call our new value for y being y2, so that will be k over L squared. Substituting our new value for w, that will be 5 over 4 times w. This will be 4 over 5 times k over L squared times w, which is just the original y itself. So this becomes 4 over 5y. So our new value of y is actually 4/5 the original value, which means that our new value of y is actually decreased by 20%. And finally, what happens when w is doubled, or when w is 2 times its original value? Well, let's just call our new value for y being y3. This will be k over L squared times 2w. This will be a half times k over L squared times w. Notice that this part is just y itself, so this will be a half times y. So our new value of y is actually a half of its original value. So you can conclude that our new value of y is actually decreased by 50%. Which ends this video.